Hi golfers, Nick here from Untitled Golf. It's Wednesday, so welcome to another episode of Golf Talk. This week on Golf Talk is a very special week because I'm here in the beautiful Cape Verde. Check out that view. In today's episode, as I'm on holiday, I thought I'd take this opportunity to sit down and answer some of your questions. I'm going to go through some questions I've had recently on YouTube. Plus, if you stay tuned, I'm going to do a little tour of the room. So I'm going to try and go through these questions as quick as possible. It's really hot today. I've just come out of the sunshine. It's just chilling out by the pool there, but I thought I've got to do my question and answer today. So, who have I got first? Okay, first up we've got a question from John Lawson. Opening the face for a draw and closing the face for a fade. It obviously works, you just did it. But I have difficulty understanding how it works. Is it simply the positioning of the ball and the in path of the club? So this is referring to a video where I talked about the grid, where I talked about the starting direction is influenced by the club face, and the path of the swing will give you the curve of the golf ball. So for anyone that draws the golf ball, their swing path would be in to out. Anyone that fades or slices the golf ball, their swing path would be out to in. It's obviously there's a combination of where the club face is that sort of gives you the starting direction and the potential curve on the ball. Regarding your question, John, I think we did clear this up eventually, so I did come back to you, responded to you on this, and then eventually I think you got the understanding. I know when I was growing up I was sort of told that to draw the golf ball you had to close the face as you hit it, but with obviously TrackMan, latest technology, high-speed cameras, you can see that actually to draw the golf ball the club face needs to be open to the target as you strike the golf ball, but obviously closed to the path of the swing, and I think we got there in the end. So obviously if you're still not sure about that, John, then obviously you can contact me again, but I think we got to the bottom of that one. If not, guys, if you're not sure what I'm referring to, maybe check out the video talking about the grid. So moving on, Paul Walmsey, not sure that's how you spell it, but do you lock the right leg or still have some knee flex in your right leg? So in this video I'm talking about the stack and tilt backswing, and it's a good question, Paul. And what I'd say is that a lot of the best golfers do change their knee flex and their back leg will straighten in the golf swing. It's for a number of reasons. One, to help you turn more. So the more your back leg straightens, the more that enables you to turn your hips. Also, it helps with the path of the golf swing. By straightening the back leg, it helps you bring the hands a little bit more inwards. In regards to your question, what I would say is that the right leg probably doesn't quite lock, but depending on what club you're using, it will straighten to a high degree. So for a sand wedge, you'll probably see the right leg straighten just a tiny bit, but as you move on through the clubs to the driver, it will straighten the most. And you look at some of the best golfers or longest hitters, Dustin Johnson, Bubba Watson, it does appear that their leg almost locks as they get to the top. I wouldn't say you want to lock the back leg, but I'd say it goes pretty straight with the driver especially. Maybe not so much with the mid-irons or the wedges. Okay, so another Paul, this time Paul Stewart. Love the videos, Nick. Thanks for that, Paul. You talk a lot of sense. I think weight shifting may work, but only if you hit thousands of balls a day. So this was in regard to the wrench, where I talked about how you want to try and keep the weight forward in the swing, and sort of turn and pivot around that point. Totally agree with you, Paul. You do see some golfers that sway in their golf swing that are very good, but not many, especially these days. And I totally agree. The more moving parts you have, the harder it is to control. So the more you're moving your weight, I think you're right. You're gonna have to hit quite a lot of golf balls to get some sort of consistency there. Okay, so next question is from Gillero1, and this is regard to the Ryder Cup ratings which I put on last week on Golf Talk. Brexit means Brexit. No British golfer put a point on the board on the final day. I had to double check this, but yeah, you're right. I thought that comment was quite funny. I responded to him and said, you're right, didn't think of that. But he's right, no British golfer did put a point on the board on the final singles day of the Ryder Cup. Okay, next question. John Clark. Is this chap a PGA pro? So this is regard to power in the golf swing, talking about how you create power by swinging the club on an arc or an inside path. So John, I've not responded to you for this, but I've got especially my PGA card. It's got my number on it, it's got my name, and yeah, I've been a PGA member for about 10 years. Okay, next question. Tokin Ananda. Hi Nick, thanks for the vid. It is exactly what I need these days to get a nice finish. Can you write something on turning the hips to increase more power here? I feel like my shoulder movement in a circle does create power, or should I increase speed of hip turn in downswing? And about release at impact, pushing feeling with both hands straight should be. Okay, so this is regards to a video I talked about the stack and tilt downswing, and I don't think I've replied to him on here, but yeah, very good question. I do remember when I posted this video that I didn't talk much about the turning of the hips, and that is quite an important component in the golf swing. I'm talking about the downswing here. What I find is that most golfers have a lot of turning or too much rotary in their swing and not enough movement or slide forward. So I did overemphasize how much your hip should slide forward in the downswing. That does create power, creates a lever of power. But obviously you're talking about how you can turn the hips to increase the speed of the swing. I totally agree with you. At impact, the hip should be open to your sort of stance line. The shoulder should be square to the target, but the hip should be opening. Obviously more weight on the left, talks about that a lot in the video, but definitely there needs to be a hip turn as you hit through. I did do a video after this talking about the how to create power in the golf swing because the club's on an arc, so hopefully that will help a little bit talking, but and also talk about the release. I'm going to be posting a video probably this week or next week talking about the release, so maybe look out for that one. Okay, next question. Chen Terrence. Hi Nick, how to play the ball below feet on S&T in regard to keeping one's balance, position of ball and swinging through? Thank you. So Chen, I did do a video on this last week on golf tips, talking about how you play the ball below your feet, and I don't think it really changes whether you're a stack and tilt player or a typical golfer. I think the same rules apply when the ball's below your feet. Because of the angle of the golf club, the ball will tend to move more left to right in the air more than what you'd normally do. So hopefully you've seen that video, Chen, so maybe check that one out. Oh, John Clark again. Is this chap a PGA qualified pro? He's asked me again. There you go, John. This is a video talking about, no, I did a vlog, can I break par? So there you go, John, PGA pro. Qualified as well. Qualified in 2010 or something. Next question, Mitchell Blades Golf elbows. So this one was talking about the elbow staying more connected in the swing. I thought this was quite a good point by Mitchell here. I get told that all the time whenever I'm working on my swing to start with half swings and work my way up to full swing, and I think that's so important. Whenever you're working on something in the swing, start off with short swings and build them up to long swings. It's much easier to get the feeling and to change something in your swing when you start off with shorter swings. And in this video I did talk about starting off with short swings and building it up to the full swing. So I do that a lot with people that I coach, so that's a good point there by Mitchell. Staying on that same video, David Oakes. Thanks Nick, this is a nice coincidence. I played 9 last night with a mate and my ball striking was inconsistent. I got my mate to film me on my phone, and when I watched the swing, all was good until the lower arc where I lost form in my elbows and my body dipped to compensate, which I did talk about in the video. I'm pleased that I was able to diagnose it myself, and even more pleased that you're giving me the right drills just when I need them. Subbed. Quick thumbs up. So David, yeah, that was obviously good timing. That is something I do work on with a lot of golfers that sort of lose the structure in their swing by sort of bending the elbows as they hit through. So I'm glad you came across my video, and thanks for subbing as well. Next question, John Clark. Same one, John Clark? It's the same John Clark. Well, Henrik Stenson video analysis. My coaching, are you a PGA pro? Not sure what he's trying to say there, but I've got my PGA card here, John. So yes is the answer to that question. Next question, Charles Pittman. I stumbled onto stack and tilt by accident on vacation. It was what they taught at the resort. I feel like S&T swing is a quick fix in a way because it gets the person hitting the ground after the ball pretty quickly, as in the book where it talks about learning the basics in 30 minutes. So this was in regard to a video I did on the quick fix in the golf, and I think that there's not always a quick fix in golf. I think golf swing is quite complicated, and to change something, if you have a bad habit or something, it does take a long time. In regards to stack and tilt, I think for someone that doesn't strike the ball consistently, stack and tilt can be a quick fix to help them strike the golf ball better. But there's a lot more to it than that. It's not just about striking the golf ball first every time. That is the first fundamental. So for some people that may be a little quick fix for them, that they can change something, whatever it is, not shifting the weight back or putting more weight on the left leg or whatever it is. So it depends what you're working on. I think some swing theories, they can be quick fixes for certain people, while other things they take longer. So I think it does depend on the individual, and I think the more you go into stack and tilt, there is a lot of depth to the information. It's not just, okay, you've got to hit the ball first in the ground. There's a lot more to it than that. So I wouldn't totally agree that it's just a quick fix, but it can help people pretty quickly. Next question, Jerry Phillips. So this was on setup, talking about stack and tilt setup. It's really hot out here. I've struggled with various swing methods for some time, so when I came across your site 2 weeks ago, I had a really good study of what you're teaching in stack and tilt. Went and practiced the moves, played 2 games, shot 86 and 84. I'm 75 years old, I'm guessing, on a 16 handicap, and have never hit the ball straighter consistently prior to this. It's springtime in New Zealand, so many games to play this season. So thanks, Jerry, for your message, obviously from the other side of the world. He is obviously only just come across this, 75 years old, so if it can work for him, it can work for a lot of people out there, can't it? So thanks for your message, Jerry. I look forward to hearing more and how you get on. Okay, next question, Colin White, talking about hand pathing the golf swing. This was a video I did probably about a year ago now, talking about how the knee flex changes can help you bring the hands more in inward path, and I think I showed some examples in that video. Jordan Spieth, I think, was the example I used. So I totally agree with you, Colin. If you do look at a lot of the best golfers, you'll see the knee flex does change. It helps you turn, it helps you bring the hands more of an inward path, which is what I was talking about in that video. So golfers who've not seen that video, please check out, it's quite a good one. Okay, next question, John Clark. Really don't know how folk are allowed to get away with this complete utter crap. So this was talking about the downswing. I did have a little conversation with John on this, and I said to him, get away with what? And he said, I tell you what, stack and tilt, that's what. It's just going to give people, at best, a weak slice, at worst, a chronic low back injury. So I did try and have a conversation with John about this. It's always difficult writing back and forth on YouTube. It's not the best to have a conversation on, but I did respond and say to him that Mike and Andy, or who are the stack and tilt gurus, they've never had a golfer pull out of a competition because of an injury, which I think is saying quite a lot. And the standard shot for stack and tilt is a push draw, so I don't know where he's getting this weak slice from. If you've seen the video, the vlog with me and Matt Bannister's also a stack and tilt coach as well. Didn't see many slices there. Maybe, talking about the slice, I draw all my iron shots because of ball position and hitting down on it, but with the driver I do like to sometimes play a little bit of a fade by playing the ball further forward in my stance. That kind of suits me, but certainly the majority of my shots I play are draw. So yes, so John, interesting. Well, we've got more from John here. Talking about the wrench, so we were talking about this video earlier about the weight shift, keeping the weight forward, and I've not replied to this. No, this is wrong, way off the mark, bad advice. So it's amazing, you get comments from people like John, you get people, nice comments as well, people have done well, and so he said this is bad advice. I thought, okay, John must know something. He must know something that I don't. I don't really want to have arguments with people on here, but I've tried to answer his questions and I've asked for his opinion, but he's just given me more back. Are you a PGA pro? And does that really matter anyway if you're a PGA pro? I know some of the best golf coaches, they're not PGA, so I don't think because they haven't done the PGA makes them a bad coach. I've done my PGA, but I don't think it matters too much if you're a PGA pro. Some of the best golf coaches aren't PGA. I'm not saying some of the best coaches aren't PGA, but I don't know. What was he trying to do there? So I've looked on his profile, and he's got 1 subscriber, which I don't think you can subscribe to yourself, and it's certainly not me. So I would like to know who is subscribed to John Clark. Anyway, clicking on his profile, he obviously hasn't uploaded any videos, but he has put a playlist on there, and he's put Gravity Golf. He's put some videos on there, and I'll show you a little clip from there because I thought it was quite funny, but I don't really want to knock any other people here, but I don't know where this John Clark's coming from. This guy's put this video talking about the grip, and he's talking about the grip for about 5 minutes, about where it should be in your hands and stuff like that. And John Clark's comment, bear in mind, I go into all this information talking about stack and tilt, trying to help golfers here, which I'm not saying everyone has to agree with, but come on, this John Clark has put, this man is a pure genius, light years ahead, never been able to visit USA, but if I could afford it, I'd be over to see him real fast. And this guy's talking about the grip, and that was his comment on that particular video. So yeah, click on his profile, he's got 3 videos on there, and I've just put a couple of clips. There's one guy talking about the weight shift or something, and he's literally hits a ball and then walks after it, and I don't know how many golfers I've seen do that on the PGA Tour, but maybe obviously he's trying to get a feeling, which is fair enough. There's another one where he literally does a Happy Gilmore swing, and I guess that's completely different to stack and tilt, because I think with stack and tilt we're trying to build a swing model, or Mike and Andy are trying to describe a swing model which, number one, hits the golf ball consistently first, then the ground, so you can control where the low point is and create power. Looks like this guy's swing is all about creating power. It's not really interested in striking ball first, so they obviously assume that by doing a run up you can hit the ball first. I don't know if any of you have tried the Happy Gilmore swing, but it's quite difficult. I think on that video actually John Clark did comment sensational stuff, and it is sensational to be able to take a run up and hit a golf ball. It is sensational stuff. So John, I look forward to your comments. Unfortunately you can't use the Are You a PGA Pro one anymore, so you're gonna have to find some new material there, mate. So golfers, thanks for watching. I don't like to be doing videos where it creates a confrontation. The idea of me doing YouTube is to try and share the information about stack and tilt, because I think there's not enough out there on YouTube, and a lot of people that I coach watch videos and it sort of contradicts stack and tilt. So I'm just trying to put some videos out there which can help my students and maybe help some other people along the way. So thanks for watching, golfers. Please, if you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. You can also catch me on other social media platforms such as Facebook, Instagram and Twitter. Also, golfers, stay around because I'm going to do a quick hotel tour, room tour. So it's always important when you go on holiday, do a quick tour of the room and give it a little rating as well. So let's have a look. As we walk in, so it's the front door here. We walk in, we've got a decent balcony out here. Let's have a look. Pretty good view. Not much going on. Can't see the swimming pool from here, but it is a pretty big hotel. Got a seating area outside, place to hang up stuff, gym stuff and swimming shorts and stuff. Seats here. Quite an old style looking phone, but it's pretty good. It gets through to reception. An interesting little thing here on the bed. Seem to get a sort of different design every day. Not sure what's that meant to be. Don't know, peacock maybe. Aircon. It's not working because the balcony door's open. The TV, a little bit dated, but it's got a couple of English channels on there. Aha. John Clark, maybe you should read this, mate. Golfing Machine, what a book. Dennis Bergkamp, legend, absolute legend. Okay, this is sort of the bathroom area. It's got this light here is like a fluorescent light. It's not great to, when you're looking in the old mirror, but yeah, that's the wardrobe. This is the wardrobe. Shoes down there, shirts hanging up. Toilet, pretty standard really. Window. The shower. Now this is probably the only complaint I got, is look at that shower height. And okay, Jodie doesn't mind it, but you can see, yeah, this is quite low down, and you can kind of put it up here, but by the time you finish your shower, not only is the angle all wrong, because you can't lean it back, so it just falls down. So by the time you finish your shower, it's sort of down to the bottom, down to there basically. So it's not the best. So the rating can't be as high because the shower head's not the best. So other than that, I can't complain really. The view's pretty good. Bed's reasonably comfortable, although there's single beds. So again, not ideal. So, so bed situation is not the best. Shower situation is not the best. TV's not the best. There's like 2 channels that are English. Not much, no sport going on. So I'm gonna have to downgrade the rating a little bit because of that. So overall, oh, it's got a fridge. It's got a fridge, which is pretty good. You get as much water as you want. This stuff is pretty good. Amazing. So it has got a fridge, so that is important. So I'm gonna have to give it a 7 out of 10. So pretty good. It's got the basic stuff. It does well, but bed, shower, I need to downgrade it a little bit. But apart from that, it's pretty awesome. So golfers, thanks for watching. Please stay tuned. There will be another hotel tour, probably in 2017 now. But we'll see you again soon. I've got my golf tips coming up Friday, and then next week's golf talk. So see you then.